Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Thursday. Okay, today's Thursday, May 21st. Okay, I can't believe it's already the 21st and like the month is almost done. I mean, I believe it, but I can't believe it at the same time because the days are just going by like this. And I hate when that happens because I feel like summer's just gonna be like this. After we had such a long winter where we live in Canada, like the weather has finally just decided that, okay, I'll give you guys what you want because it's been raining. But I'm not complaining. I'm just speaking out loud. Okay, so let's jump into the message. This is a Prism Oracle message. This deck talks about you tapping into your intuition and your magic. Okay, so let's see what messages you might need to know for today. All right, guys. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for May 21st? What do they need to know at this time for May 21st? What can you tell them when it comes to this energy? What clarity and understanding can you provide to the collective at this time when it comes to this energy, please? And thank you. So let's see what messages you guys might need to know when it comes to this energy for May 21st. Okay, like I said, this is a Prism Oracle message or deck. So we have reflection, okay? So mirrors could be very significant. I don't know why I thought of, I don't know why, but this could be like a saying because it could be from like Disney. It's like mirror, mirror on the wall. Okay, that could be significant. Or there's something about like the song Mirror from Justin Timberlake could be significant. Like, like old school songs or music that just pop up on the radio or just pop up in general. Like, it's not like you're going out your way to listen to it maybe, but it may just show up. That is significant. You could be a reflection or a mirror to people around you, okay? Also, when it comes to like being able to reflect, that is significant too, but you are a mirror to somebody or to just a group of people or just in general, where water could be very significant, just like how you look in the water and you can see your reflection, or maybe you guys can look in the mirror and you can see your reflection. Mirror work could be significant too, like you guys could do mirror work as well, okay? But there's something about divine partnership, okay? A reflection of source is significant, even when it comes to reflections through your relationships and having higher compassion. That is significant. There's something that could be happening that is like divine timing, okay? When it comes to like emotional acceptance, when it comes to yourself, there's something about your crown and heart chakra that could be activated at this time, okay? Yeah, reflection. We have sadness. Okay, so someone in your energy, like I said, when it comes to reflection, sadness could be significant too. You could have someone in your energy that's really sad because maybe you've reflected on certain dynamics or situations that you've dealt with. And so this could be their energy showing up in your energy, right? You guys know I hate that. Okay, like I hate that because here your energy is, you guys could be happy, go lucky, moving on with your life, moving forward, releasing the past, letting go. And then you just have this weird energy just lingering in the background where you're just like, what is that? And why does it keep coming back? Or why do I feel like I can feel someone's energy trying to pull on my energy? Definitely do a cleansing for some of you guys if you can. Okay, cleanse your energy if you can. Protect your energy as much as you can, like I said, because, there's something going on with the energy right now, okay? But there is something about reflection and sadness. Like I said, this may not be you. This could be. Maybe you guys could have reflected on a lot of situations too that may have made you sad, may have made you go through a lot of emotions, okay? But a lot of times when you guys are going in reflection, sometimes it's not your energy, it's other people. 9/11 on the time right now because it's 9:11 a.m. And even when it comes to water energy, like even if you don't have water placements, but just water energy, especially with the full moon next week and that energy coming up in Scorpio energy as well. So it's in Scorpio's Sagittarius and Capricorn. That is also significant because Scorpio talks about releasing, okay? Releasing, letting go, starting new, okay? Just washing away, basically what no longer serves you, right? And basically stepping in your independence. So you may have water placements in your chart, you may not, but there's something about this energy where you force people to reflect on their energy and their behavior, especially if it's someone who has bad behavior, okay? And they use that excuse to say, oh, well, that's just me, that's just how they are. Ugh, I hate that. I really do. I don't like that energy, because you know why? Some of you guys could feel that way too, where you're just like, because with that energy, it's like you guys could be breaking taboos when it comes to transformations. And there's something about somebody's energy maybe wanting a second chance when it comes to your energy. But it's almost like people don't understand that once your boundaries are crossed, or once you have that initial, basically that initial funeral in your mind, right? You guys are releasing, okay? So there's something about reflection, sadness. Somebody could be projecting their energy onto you, and you guys are feeling that, okay? And that could be something where you guys, like I said, out of nowhere, randomly, you could feel like a sudden sadness. That is not your energy. I'm telling you guys, it's not you, it's other people projecting onto you, especially if you're somebody who's like a very happy-go-lucky, very optimistic type of person. It's not you. I'm telling you, it's not you. All right, guys. Yeah, we have here isolation. So somebody could be sad because you've isolated yourself, not because you want to, but because of protection and boundaries. Okay, sacred boundaries, space, etc. Because of your strength. Okay, you are showing up as someone who's very strong, regardless of what it is that you've gone through or what it is that you've done. I'm also getting as well, at the bottom of the deck, we have illumination. Like I said, you could shine your light on a lot of things, or you could be just a very happy, bright, happy-go-lucky type of individual, like this phoenix energy, right? But there's something about your energy too where if this is somebody in reflection about how they've treated you or how they've done you wrong or whatever, that could be eating them up inside, and they could be wanting a second chance, right? And I really wish people would understand that how they treat people, there are consequences to their actions, and they will have to live with that or just have to release that. It sounds mean, but it's true. It's almost like me treating homeless people terribly and not having a guilty conscience about that, right? Some of you guys already have a natural guilty conscience about how you treat people, how people treat you, things like that, right? And you could have people who just do whatever they do without thinking about the consequences. So you could have somebody really thinking heavily about you because you've isolated yourself, you've isolated your energy. It's not that you don't have compassion for them, but you do have your boundaries up, okay? You are showing up as someone who's very strong, okay? And because you are someone who's very strong, there is something about your energy where you are showing up as someone who's very mysterious, but it's not because you want to. Okay, like I said, Scorpio energy could resonate, right? But you don't want to be mysterious, okay? It's almost like giving like Black Moon energy, Lilith, okay? Where, you know, you guys could be tapping more into your shadows, your independence, you know, being very, you know, rebellious when it comes to your wild self, okay, being who you truly are when it comes to your light and your dark, and not hiding from that, okay? As above, so below, energy could be significant too, but again, you're a mystery. Your energy is a mystery. Sometimes people wonder the things that you know, how did you know that this was going to play out the way that you said it was going to? Because some of you guys are seers, okay? You guys are seers, you guys are prophets, you guys know things before they happen. And I find it very interesting because I feel like sometimes people are put in certain positions when it comes to the collective, where the collective is there to help or here to, you know, say certain things or do certain things. And it almost feels like people don't want to listen. So while you're trying to go through your transformations or, you know, your independence, or there's something about your intuitive knowing, there's something about truth, okay? Truth and disbelief. Somebody could be in disbelief because of the fact that you played out a situation the way that you played it out, and they want to know how you knew. You just knew, okay? Even when it comes to hidden energy or shadows, or even when it comes to moon energy where you can see things that are hidden that a lot of people don't see. So there's something about you seeing things that are missed by a lot of other people is also significant, okay? So I'm going to see what else shows up. Okay, yeah, we have anxiety. There's something about anxiety, okay, and cleansing. I said to you guys, cleanse your energy, okay? Like I said, somebody could be reflecting on how they treated you, okay? And even when it comes to anxiety, maybe you guys were dealing with anxiety as well, especially with Gemini energy, Gemini season. That was one of the keywords I noticed on my blog, that some of you guys who are going through Gemini season or have Gemini placements, not to say everybody does, because it does depend on the placements, and I'm not a doctor, but some of you guys could have dealt with anxiety, okay? You guys could have dealt with situations where people tried to make you anxious, or even if you're not a Gemini, there's something about dealing with a Gemini or a Gemini energy where when it comes to communication or you showing up as your authentic self, maybe you showed up with strength and somebody could be in reflection, like I said, because of that, right? So again, cleanse your energy, guys. Like I said, water energy is very significant. Cleanse your energy, release and let go what no longer serves you. We also have passion. So some of you guys are in isolation because you guys are focusing on your passion and what makes you happy. Okay, some of you guys are passionate about your work, your dreams, your goals. Okay, even if it's a 9 to 5, it's like you were passionate about what it is that you did. It doesn't matter what you did. You guys could have been working at a pet store, but it's just your passion, your strength. Okay, even when it comes to isolation, you find a lot of strength and passion within yourself when you isolate, and a lot of people don't understand that because they think that, you know, you're hiding or you're too scared. No, I think people don't realize with the collective too, and I see this a lot in the energy too, where you're not scared. Okay, you were never scared. Okay, I think there's a song by oh my goodness. It's like, I ain't never scared. Bone Crusher, right? Dun, 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 dun. It's an old song, but that song, I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. That song, like, that is your energy. You are not scared. You're more scared of yourself and how you will show up, right, when it comes to your shadows, because you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or, you know, cuss them out or swear at them or tell them about themselves. But sometimes people get you to that extent. They get you to that point, right? So some of you guys are not scared of other people. You're scared about how strong, okay, your energy is. And when people mess around with your energy, it's not to say that you do it on purpose, but karma comes back tenfold, okay, whether people like it or not, whether it's good or bad. If people are good to you, they get good karma. When people are bad to you, they receive bad karma. Okay, that is why it's not good to treat people the way that you treat them, because you don't know what type of level of spirituality they are on. Somebody may not go to church every single day, but they're spiritual and they're connected to their ancestors and source and a higher power, right? But somebody who thinks that they go to the mosque every day or church every day, they may feel like they're better than you. And sometimes that's not the case. The same time, it could be somebody who is so religious or so like in that type of, you know, community. Sometimes they're the ones that are doing the worst than somebody who just gets up every day and, you know, follows their intuition or follows what their heart says. Okay, so you can't judge a book by its cover either. Okay, so take what resonates with that. Somebody could have judged you because maybe you're not as religious as them, or maybe you don't follow the same path as them, but really and truly you are actually more connected to source than that person ever will be. Okay, we also have disruptions. So yeah, you could have had people like disrupting your energy, okay, and you still showed up as strong. You still showed up as someone that, you know, you're still going to move forward no matter what. Like I said, illuminations are very significant, and I also showed that to you at the bottom of the deck, right? And then we also have abundance. Okay, so there's something about your abundance. It's like maybe you guys are focusing, like I said, isolation and passion, cleansing. You guys are focusing on your abundance, okay? There is something about abundance too that's very significant, where you guys, like I said, with the light and the dark, you guys are shining a lot of situations, shining light on a lot of situations that people don't want to talk about, right? That is why you guys are abundant. It's like whether you go through whatever it is or whatever cycle, seasons that you go through, you're still abundant. We have success. Okay, and also faith at the bottom of the deck, and happiness and trust. Okay, guys, so this is really good energy. I'm going to end it here. All right, guys, but, you know, keep having faith, keep being happy or being in this happy energy, optimistic energy, and continue to trust the divine, because you guys are receiving signs, synchronicities, dreams, okay, things like that to help guide you, right? So continue on your path. But again, thank you guys for the love and the support. All right, guys, I know you guys follow me on YouTube and TikTok, and if you haven't done so, you guys can follow me there. But thank you guys for those that have been supporting me from the beginning or just recently. I appreciate you guys, especially if you are decisive and you know what you want. Okay, I appreciate you with that energy as well. And I always say rejection is protection. So if people follow me and unfollow me, there's a reason. That's okay. Like, I know my energy can be too much for certain people, and that's okay. I'm not here to please anybody. I'm just here to share the message and be a vessel, and that's just basically my job, okay? I'm not here to tell people what they want to hear. I'm not here to tell people what they like to hear. I'm just going to read the message based on how it shows up. So for those who can handle the truth or handle, authenticity or that energy, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys, because it goes both ways. And again, like I said, follow me on YouTube and TikTok, like I said, or follow my website at www.mysteriouslyunique.ca, where I post blogs, and also you guys can book a reading. All right, guys? But thank you guys. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. And I hope you guys can feel the love when it comes to my energy, because again, like I said, I can be very authentic, and that's not for everybody, and that's okay. But for those who do appreciate that, or appreciate the tough love sometimes, but in a very loving way, I hope you guys appreciate that, and I hope you guys continue to move forward on your path and move forward on your journey. All right, guys? I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next message or reading. All right, guys? Bye.